All
Hello.
right.
Yeah, hello
sorry.
and welcome to. Oh, yeah. Should I do this
I
first?
thought. Yeah, no, I thought you were telling me to do it.
Oh,
When you
okay.
said, say something. So I apologize. No, you go ahead and do the intro.
Maybe it cut out a bit there for me, but anyway, it's so. Let's try this again. Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are here at Monaco for 2 SRL Tier 1. I am Icewind, and joining me on the comms booth today is the one and only Mr. Terror Incognito.
Hi everyone. Yeah, it's yeah, we got 13 drivers for this 2SRL race, and a lot of the same drivers that we had yesterday, of course. So it should be a fun one. We've got a couple of additions to the grid. Some idiot, of course, is here. So is Marion, who won the last race, albeit. Oh, did he end up winning the last race? Was there a penalty that was?
I think at the moment the word is that he's gonna win the race still. So
Okay,
I'm
all right.
not sure if there's been some kind of counter protests about that or whatever, but we'll see, I guess.
Okay, yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Let me quickly sneak into Mr. Beamer's stream if I possibly can, because I want to see what the weather's doing for this race.
Yeah, nobody's gone out yet, so.
Yeah, it's a curious one, isn't it?
I've done my best to try and view the standings. Let's see if I can actually get it done here. Yes, I can. So maybe in the meanwhile we can have a look at those. So Hugo at the top with 109 points, and some idiot about 14 points behind him in second, and Copy somewhat distant, 39 points behind them. So yeah, Hugo and some idiot are maybe the main contenders for this, and I think both of them are racing today.
Yeah, they certainly are. I remember, is it last season 2SRL or the season before? I forget which seasons we've had, because it was quite a while ago. I think it was last season, but some idiot ran away with that race.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely, like completely.
Yeah, yeah, he totally did. He won by 20 seconds or something. That included a late pit stop to do a fastest lap. So I would say that, I mean, it's obviously it's usually him and Hugo at the front, and I don't expect that to be particularly different today. It's just a question of whether he can turn the tide in the championship, because Hugo's had a few very good races in a row, and some idiot has been struggling, I'd say, a little bit to match the points tally that Hugo's put up. So I don't know. We'll see. It'll be an interesting one today.
Yep, for sure. And yeah, we're finally in game as well after a bit of a late moment decision to actually stream this. So hopefully everything is okay. So if anybody is watching the stream, can you maybe drop a message if all the sound levels and stuff are fine? We have a total of 3 viewers as well. So.
Well, we'll see if we can get a few more viewers in here, and yeah, let us know what the situation with the stream is. It looks fine to me. I don't know whether it sounds fine. I sound fine. I just don't know what the levels are like.
I've at least streamed Trail lower with pretty much the same settings many times, so should be fine, I hope.
Yeah, no, it sounds absolutely fine. All right, that's the test done. So yeah, we got a few people on hot laps, so let's follow around. Who's
Marion at least just up there?
Oh. I think Jesse is the first one who's actually going to post a time.
Why do I get like the AI drivers in my what the heck? Okay,
oh
never
yeah, that's
mind.
really annoying. Yeah, no, that's really annoying. That's the way it works with the spectator menu. You have to scroll through the AI drivers if there are any.
Yep.
We're seeing, oh, Jesse invalidates, unfortunately. So
Marion right behind him, I think.
Jesse.
So he's probably the first to set an actual time on the board. Jesse goes across the line as well, but
no, he invalidated.
Yeah, but maybe just to get you know, a delta for him. Oh, an 8.9 straight away.
8.9, yeah, that's very fast. Hugo with a 9.3 and some idiot crossing the line 9.4. So that is a marker that Marion has set down. Very, very fast lap time early in the session. I would expect the fast boys to be near or a little bit faster than that towards the end of the session, but certainly in the first few minutes, that is a very fast lap.
Yeah, and Danico also has invalidated his lap. I'm trying to see Nick maybe is on a lap here still, so let's see what Nick can do. That looked like a cut there, but maybe it wasn't because the track map is still green
Yeah,
but
no,
he pits.
it wasn't.
He's
He
got
does.
damage.
Yeah, he does, and it was not a fast lap.
Yeah.
So Nick gonna have to wait for Triton in the pit lane as well. A couple of other people put their laps in. Galileo with a 9.5. That's very fast. Indeed, he had a really good showing in the tier. In fact, in both tiers, tier 1 and tier 2 of SLR on Friday and Saturday. Bance and Timo with the low-ish 10s, and Pixel putting in a good lap as well with a 10.6. Pixel, I think, did like a 9.7 in qualifying yesterday. So he might be a dark horse to be in or around the top sort of 5 or 6 this race.
Yeah, I agree on that. And then Galileo, I know, has been putting a lot of practice in for this race especially, and he's yesterday he did well. I think did he maybe get caught up with something yesterday? Because I kind of viewed the race, but not that much in detail because I got home like at the middle of it. But
I'm trying to think what happened to him. Something did happen to him.
Maybe the safety car somehow.
He was right up at the front.
Oh no,
yeah,
he spun under the safety car, didn't he?
Front. Oh yes, he did. Yeah, he was the one that spun under the safety car. So yeah.
And he's actually messaged me like after the race. Now I remember like he just can't get a break. But I've told him that he's like halfway there because the pace is pretty much there right now. So
yeah, it certainly is. No, I remember we spoke to Galileo sort of after the races last week, and he mentioned then that like he's done so many career races that like this sort of format is fine for him. Like he's used to it. It's just a question of getting the online stuff sorted out. But I mean, he's got the pace and he's got the consistency, so he's going to be at the front, I would imagine, pretty quickly.
Yep, Copy is in a lap here. Let's see what he can do. First sector wasn't so special at least, but let's see what he can provide here because 51.9, that doesn't really say anything to me. I've done absolutely no running on this track myself, so but I know an 8 is a good time. That's pretty much all I can say. And
yeah,
Copy,
he's not happy with it. Yeah, he's abandoning. So I don't know if he's going for he is going for another lap. Oh, in fact, he invalidated. So that was why he slowed down. But he's going to go for another one. I don't know if he's quite got the battery for it, but he's going to try.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe just to get some practice. I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't really make sense. The tire wear matters quite a lot, so you don't really want to be doing any more laps than you have to in qualifying.
Yep, and let's see if I can grab somebody. Danny, I think, starts a lap here, who does not have a time on the board yet. He invalidated his first one. So Danny also starts a lap.
Yeah, Danny needs some good results. He, again, yesterday, just with a couple of incidents that dropped him out of the top 2 or 3. He was running with Hugo for a little while.
18.5 in the first sector. That's not really not the best anyway.
Was it 18.5? Sorry, did you say?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's not stunning.
I wonder if my voice activation isn't really working that well at the moment, but can you hear me?
I think it's fine. It would, yeah.
Okay.
It just clipped just a tiny little bit at the beginning of that.
All right.
I don't know. I think it's fine.
Okay. Yep.
That was
Danny,
nice in the chicane.
Yep.
From Danny.
Approaching the end of sector 2, 51.8, which is a little bit faster than Copy was doing last time around there. So let's see what Danny can do. And Copy, by the way, has pitted, so he didn't complete that lap.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if this is challenging right at the front, but I think it'll be sort of in the chasing pack. Yep, exactly, 9.4. So Danny slotting it into the second row of the grid.
Yeah, and
Hugo's 2/10 up. He's going to challenge, a pole lap from Hugo, 8.9. Good stuff from him.
So that's and Hugo yesterday did an 8.7, I think, for pole as well. So
yeah.
But one guy I'm really expecting to challenge around here is some idiot who's really very good around this track, I think. And his first lap definitely wasn't as good as he can produce for sure. So we'll see what he can do. He's on an outlap at the moment.
Yep. Triton and Timo in the meantime have put their cars into the 1-minute 9s, albeit just barely. They're 6th and 7th.
Yep. Can we pick up anyone out there on a lap right now? I guess not. Maybe Tipsy Bob? No.
Tipsy, I think, is on an in lap. Yeah.
Okay. The tires are showing like 0 laps for me. It's very weird, but
I think the only person is Galileo. Yeah, Galileo looks like he's on a lap.
Okay.
It might be his second lap.
He's also on
of
the
this
ERS mode
stint.
0, so I don't think so.
Oh, hang on. Sorry, it's Timo I'm looking at, not Galileo.
Okay.
Timo's doing a second lap. I don't know if he's planning to complete it, but certainly he's going to give it a go, and he invalidates at the chicane, so that's the end of that.
Indeed. And Trident behind him is also on an in lap, I think, so...
Yeah, he is. Bance is just starting a lap now, so Bance into Sandavot. He takes that one quite nicely up the hill towards Massenet now.
Some idiot just ahead of me as well. Ahead of him as well. I can't speak, but let's not worry about it for now.
18.20 from some idiot, yeah, half a tenth up. Bance though matching it in that first sector, 18.20. So,
so that's...
Bance showing that he's got some pace around here. He always has had pace around here. Certainly last year he was right at the front of the grid as well.
Yep. And Bance has also been quite unlucky in the races, I would say. Like,
yeah.
he's been
about
my pace, I think.
Spin under safety car. Yeah. I know he's pretty quick on his day, but yeah, he spun under safety car. So
some idiot 1.5 tenths up on his time. What is Bance? I missed that split, so we're gonna have to see a first line. So some idiot onto the main straight DRS open, and then actually runs out of ERS just before the finish line and improves to a 9th lap.
Looked a good lap from Bance, yeah. Oh, 9.6 from Bance.
Yeah, that's good. So
let's just look at these sector times. What happened there? So 33.4, and then a 17.9 final sector for Bance, and somebody did a 17.7. So yeah, he was a few tenths down. In that one was Bance in the second sector. Oh, nice lap from Galileo, 19.0.
Yeah, definitely, and he did something similar yesterday, I think, and that's a pretty good time on the softs. I think you can't quite match the TT times here on this track in the actual
No,
sessions,
you can't really.
This race setups probably are a little different from what you would drive in TT as well.
Yeah, Nick and Copy both on laps.
Oh,
Nick glanced the wall outside a casino, but looks like he might have got away with it. And yeah, it's I mean, I think the tire temps are an issue as well with the qualifying laps here. The tires tend to overheat at the end of the lap, so I think you struggle a little bit to get the pace because of that.
Yeah, and somebody has written in the chat Icewind question mark, so yes, that's me. I'm not sure what that is about, but
I think that I think it is literally that. They were asking if it's you or somebody else with a similar voice. So yeah.
Oh, and Nick struggling a little bit with the car, also ran into a bit of traffic, I think, in the final sector, but sets a time on the board, at least 10.1, which isn't all that, I suppose. And Copy goes P5 with a 9.2.
Yeah, good stuff from Copy. Gets it up into the top 5. Marion, though, oh my goodness me, 108.7. So he's matched Hugo's time from yesterday, and Hugo knows that he needs to do something. About to start a lap is the championship leader.
Yep, let's ride on board with him here. So Hugo into turn 1 gets a pretty good line through there, and early on the throttle up the hill towards Casino Square, I hope so. This is.
Yep.
I'm not sure if I get all the corner names right, but yep, Hugo. A little bit leaning on the wall almost there, but he is up on his time. About a half a tenth.
Yeah, reduced damage. You usually get away with that sort of tap on the wall, especially if you don't hit it with the front of the car. If you sort of slide the tires in sideways, it tends to be fine.
Yep. And Hugo well on his way. Looked like a pretty smooth run through there, sector 2 at the moment, and then this difficult chicane at the end of the tunnel, and Hugo loses it a little bit again and taps the wall again. I wonder if there's damage now, and he hits the wall again at Tabac, so this has not been the cleanest lap of, from Hugo. I think he's gonna pit, guys.
Invalidation, yep. So Hugo has got one more go. Danny is on an out lap probably? No, it's an in lap in fact. He's in, no, it was a hot lap, but he's invalidated already.
Why do I see like 0 laps on the tires? Oh, I don't know. It's very strange, the graphics at the moment. Anyway, Let's see, Bantz is on an out lap here, so he's probably the next guy to start a lap here. Yep, so let's see what Mr. 2SRL can produce here. Yeah, looked pretty good through there to me in turn 1, and he's got a Ferrari up the hill there, but yeah, Trident gets out of the way nicely. Maybe pretty much the same thing as Hugo.
And he might just have a little bit of damage from that. He did kiss the wall pretty hard, and I'm surprised. I mean, he's only just over half a tenth down. I'm quite surprised, honestly, because through Massenet it wasn't great, or just a little bit deep into the first part of Portier there as well.
Yeah, and not the cleanest lap for Bant so far. Let's see what the clock says about it for Sector 2. Which he... Ooh, and I think that's the
end of that.
It for Bant. So I think that's pretty much the end of Bant's qualifying, actually, because he will not have time to pit and go out again, I think.
Ooh, I don't know, it's close.
Maybe.
He might do another lap as well. He might do another lap on those tyres. It's a question of whether he can get in and out quickly enough. I think he probably can. I'm not sure though. He's deciding not to. He's going to do another hot lap, I think.
Yep, I'm following Galileo here, who is about half a tenth down on his time in Sector 1, but let's see what he can do through this twisty Sector 2 here.
Lovely through Portier, it's really, really nice. Very neat and tidy.
Nice and early on power, and then this tricky chicane that we've got, we've seen two guys get wrong in a row there, but Galileo gets it right. And let's see, Sector 2, and he's 2/10 up, so this could be a very good lap from him. Oh!
Yeah, no, it's perfect through the second part of the swimming pool. He hit the wall, but you can do that with the side of the tyre, and this could be a very good lap indeed. Galileo wasn't perfect. Anthony knows that might have cost him. Gonna cross the line. Still a great lap. It is pole.
Word.
Wow.
That is a surprise.
What a good lap.
And the Sector 3 didn't look that good to me because he had contact with the wall in like 2 places almost, and yeah, still 8-7.
I mean, if you carry the speed though through the contact with the wall with the side of the tyre doesn't really matter as long as you don't get the front wing, because a broken front wing in Rascasse is really bad news. But he didn't get that, and it was a great lap. We got some idiot on a hot one as well. His first sector was extremely good. It was an 18-0, so he's going to see what he can do in the second sector now. He's 2/10 up, so this could be challenging as well. Axel needs to get out of his way.
Sorry, I got a little bit caught up in the chat because I think I will just disable those overlays because it doesn't seem to look very good. So it is what it is. I'll have my Icewind logo there up instead. I'm sure that's.
Hey, there we go. So some idiot gets into the 8 but doesn't improve his position. We got Hugo on a lap as well. Is Marion on a lap? Marion has invalidated that last lap, and he's about to start his final go, I think, now.
Hugo is 1/100 up. No, he's not anymore at Sector 2. He's just down on his time, but let's see if we can pull something here in the final sector. And,
a bit wide in Rascasse.
Yeah, and he pits. So that's it for Hugo. And we still have somebody. Danico is on a lap there, and he's 3/10 up.
Yep, Danico's got a lot of improving to do though, so not necessarily surprising. He'll want to be towards the top. Yeah, so this could be an 8 as well. So he's got P3 and P4 in tantalizing reach if he can manage to match his final sector, or maybe even better it.
Oh, bit.
Got the traction down. It was very aggressive. He hugs the inside wall. 8.9. Wow, the same time as some idiot.
And I guess some idiot keeps the position because he set that time first. I'm not sure what's the rule in the game, but that's what it is in real life, at least, I think.
Yeah, in real life that's the rule. I don't know about the game. I have a feeling it goes down to another point in the game.
Yeah, that might be true.
I've seen it the other way around before as well. Yeah. Marion, though, on a fast one, I didn't see the split, but Marion about to cross the line, and based on his previous efforts, this could be good enough. 1 minute 8.4. Yeah. My goodness, that's a fast lap from Marion.
Wow. I think that's pretty much the fastest time I've seen in online qualifying in this game.
Yeah, so, me too. That's insane.
Yeah, but Galileo in P2. It's very good.
Yeah,
from
Galileo
him,
with a really good lap.
That's about it. Is Jesse possibly on a lap? No, he's.
Nick is about to cross the line. It looks like a reasonable lap from Nick. I don't know Exactly. It's going to cross the line, goes P7 on a 109.5, so good stuff from him. And Jesse abandons. So I think that's your qualifying. I think that's everyone. Danny is on an in-lap, so... Yep, I think that is it. So Marion with just a stunning lap time, 1 minute 8.4. Is
Jonah in the session now, so maybe he's sneaked in, which is nice. We like to have more drivers on the grid.
Yeah, I assume he's going to race. That's
maybe.
That's interesting. We know he's a feisty driver.
Wonder if we just have to wait for the clock to tick down, I guess. Yeah, since maybe there's somebody who should still retire in the pit lane. Danny is just entering the pit, so probably it's actually gonna end here when Danny gets in the garage. Let's see. Yep, and there we go. So
Yep, so there's your qualifying. Marion in the Alpha Tauri on pole position. Of course, the cars are equal in F1 game. You wouldn't get a midfield team like Alpha Tauri getting pole or even winning a race in real life. But
never.
Never. That would never happen.
Nobody saw the race today, right? So.
But yeah, an incredible lap from him.
Yeah, and
on pole by 0.3.
Danny and some idiot the same time, but there might be I'm not even so sure what you call them. They're not milliseconds. There's something less than that between them. So
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So we're loading into the lobby, and it looks like sunny weather for the race as well. So or did you get something else from Timo?
Timo started his stream after he checked, which is very frustrating.
All right.
Beamer not helping me out there. But, yeah, I don't know. I mean, it looks sunny though, so
yeah,
I have
definitely.
to assume that, I have to assume that it's going to be a dry one.
Yeah. So waiting for the cars to set their fuel loads and strategies, and then we go on the formation lap.
Yeah, it looks like we got 14 drivers, which isn't, I mean, obviously less than SLR yesterday, but it does mean that a lot of the guys at the front are not going to have to worry too much about traffic. We got Timo and Jesse have decided to start on the medium tire, which could be good for them. I mean, Timo, I don't know what... struggling to think what he's going to do. I wonder whether he's just sort of hoping for a safety car to mix things up or something like that. But I think starting on the soft, starting on the soft is generally the right idea.
Yeah, because you can go on early on either the mediums or the hards and still get to the end of the race on them. So
yeah, exactly. So Timo gonna gamble a little bit and run long and maybe use the softs a little bit later on, or maybe just go medium hard. I don't know.
Yeah, I think if you do it like this, you should probably do medium soft, but we'll see what happens, I guess.
Yeah, I mean the issue you have obviously on the softs at the end of the race is that you got to overtake cars to get anywhere, and that is not the easiest thing to do around this racetrack.
Yeah, and if you run long on those mediums, I think those people who ahead of you, and Marion almost hits the wall at Rascaster on the formation lap.
Yeah, I don't think you can get damage on the formation lap.
No, but it's still a little surprising to see that.
So the good news for Marion is that he's not going to cause a crash by going between two cars in this at the start of this race at least. Because he's right at the front.
It's a little bit more difficult to do for him at least. So
yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. I'll maybe let you take away the start. I think you're better at it than I am, so I'll have a look somewhere in the... No, I'll have to actually stay at the front. So
well, you'll have to look at the front.
Yep.
We'll go for this start. We got 5 lights, and we are go in Monaco now. And looking like a pretty good start from Marion. Everyone up front getting away. as you would expect them to, and everyone falling in order. No real incident towards the back either. Oh, and sideways was Timo there up the hill. He's side by side with Tipsy as they head up towards Massenet, still side by side, and Jonah trying to force his way through as well on the inside. But up front, it is pretty much as you were, everyone in formation. Marion from Galileo, from Hugo, from Some Idiot, from Danny, and not really anything to report at all. Drivers being pretty sensible, and a big checkup at the back. Jesse managing to avoid.
Yeah, it's so
running into the
difficult
back
on the
of
first
Timo.
lap into that slow hairpin.
Yeah, it is.
Jesse
Yeah,
almost
good.
getting caught up there, but he got away with it. And both of the medium runners are actually now at the back of the field, so that definitely didn't go their way, I think.
Yeah, Jonah managing to force his way past Timo and Jesse in that one. So he's up to P12, but he's got the immovable object of Tipsy Bob in front of him, who drove basically 25 laps with angry, faster cars behind him yesterday, but did not yield. So Tipsy, once again, going to be providing a rearguard action. But up front, Marion with a very fast start and a very fast first lap. As you would expect, he is in the lead from Galileo and Hugo.
Yeah, Some Idiot in a little bit of trouble there. He's 1.2 seconds behind Hugo, so I wonder if he's made a little bit of a mistake somewhere on lap 1.
Yeah, trying to see whether his front wing looks intact, so
yeah, definitely.
He shouldn't be losing too much. I mean, he might just be. I mean, you know, the early laps at Monaco, as long as you are sort of relatively on the pace, you don't really have to drive fast. You just have to make sure you don't hit the wall. And I think that's what a lot of our leading drivers will be doing.
Yeah, just trying to find the rhythm, maybe 1.4 seconds now. It's dropping a little bit, but we'll keep an eye on that gap. So in the meanwhile,
yeah, I mean, it's certainly possible that he's got some sort of you know, he's got minor front wing damage maybe, but I've not seen him hit the wall, so I don't know.
Yeah, 1.6 seconds now. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe some small trouble for Some Idiot early in the race. Danny is right on his back there.
Yeah, might just be looking after the tires, don't know.
Yeah, and of course it's quite difficult to overtake around here.
Yeah,
seen some moves though, but yeah, but the only DRS zone is the relatively short main straight, so have to be really close to the driver in front through the final corner to actually get anything, any possibility of actually an overtake there. So.
Yep, absolutely right. So not really any breaks in the chain just yet. Danny is almost 2 seconds ahead of Copy. Jesse pit, so I guess he got damage. I saw him get a penalty in those first 2 laps for multiple warnings. So Jesse going to go on the softs now after his little medium stint. So he'll be making multiple stops in this race. Some Idiot seems to be fine. He's catching up to the back of those 3 in front. Yeah.
So this is pretty much like the top 5 have kind of run away with it a little bit, and then there's a bit of a gap to Copy, 2.5 seconds. And then Bant's in close proximity behind Copy, so Bant's looking pretty racy here today, because we know Copy is a pretty fast guy as well.
Yeah, he certainly is. Bant's, I mean, we've often seen this at Monaco from Bant's. He certainly drives nice and aggressively. Danny with the fastest lap of the race. He's cooped up behind Some Idiot still, but the 2 of them are catching the cars in front.
So just 5 seconds, or 4 seconds even, splitting the top 5.
Then, I'm just looking at the gap between the leaders and Timo, who's down in P13, because Timo is the only one who is the real wild card here. He's going to be on the medium tyres, and they need a pit stop over Timo if they're not going to be caught up behind as Tipsy gets a penalty.
What is the pit stop actually around here? It's like 20 seconds or so?
It's about 20, yeah. I don't think it's particularly long or particularly short.
12-ish behind.
Yeah, and I mean, the soft tyres are going to fall off as well, so it might be that everyone ends up behind him.
Yeah, we'll see. Timo, of course, is stuck there behind... it's pretty much a train from Trident to Timo at the moment. Yeah,
it is.
Timo can't really put those medium tires to work at this point anyway, so we'll see how this develops. We don't see a fastest lap of the race, at least on this lap, and Some Idiot's still sort of struggling to keep in that DRS range at least, because he's now 1.3 seconds off, and he's not quite able to get that small. Well, the DRS is really rather small around here, but still.
Yeah, no, it's barely any benefit at all. You gain maybe a tenth and a half, something like that on the main straight. But you know, it's better to have it than to not have it. But I mean, the dirty air is probably as bad as that around Monaco, honestly.
Yep.
Galileo pretty close to the back of Marion now, and not particularly looking aggressive. But Marion has used all of his battery, and Galileo has barely used any of his battery. So Galileo obviously does have some pace in that Haas.
Oh, definitely, and as I said earlier, I've talked to him, and he's actually maybe I'll take some credit for this, because I'm sort of the guy who recruited him.
Hey.
I met him in a random online lobby, like ranked lobby, and told him that if he's interested, he should join the SLR and 2SRL discords to get some racing.
Oh, nice.
He's done
Oh,
that,
that's really good. Yeah, you both have the same flag.
Yeah, I guess that's why he picked me out there. But yeah, good to see him doing so well, and let's hope that.
Mistake from Pixel. Tipsy's going to get past here up the hill. Sorry, just happened to be watching those two, and Tipsy capitalizing on Pixel's error in Saint Devois. He ran very deep into the corner, and Tipsy up into the points.
Timo trying on Jonah maybe, but yeah, he has to yield.
Oh, and Jonah hitting the back of Pixel, and Timo forcing that mistake there. Jonah not managing to slow down properly.
Pixel has damage as well, so that's why he's slow. He's got an end plate missing on the right hand side, I think. Yes. So.
Okay, so yeah, he is going to be slow. Then Tipsy going to try and use the time that he's got to make a break. Jonah right on the back though, and with that battery as Pixel goes to the inside. Oh, Jonah, what are you doing, my dude? Managing to get it stopped somehow.
Timo alongside Jonah
Timo
now.
Capitalizing.
Oh, and there's no way going side. Both of them lose an end plate.
What are you doing, Timo? There was no need for that, and Timo with major damage there, so he's going to be pitting, I would imagine, this lap to put the hards on. Yeah, he does.
Both of them picked up damage there, so no way to go too wide through Tabak, pretty much.
Yeah, so. No, they're neither of them willing to back out, and both of them paying the penalty, and both of them pitting now. Timo does put the hards on. He's going to have to hope that he comes out ahead of Jesse in the Haas, who is coming around Raskas now.
Yeah, and Timo will be ahead of Jonah at least, but yeah, both of them are going to have a difficult race from now on.
Nope, Jesse's got that position. I guess Jesse's on the soft, so he should in theory be faster, but certainly
and Jesse, as we speak,
annoying.
Hits the wall at turn 1 and misses an end plate on the left hand side there.
Oh, yeah, no, he certainly does. Let's have a look. Oh, yeah, that's a lot of understeer. That's a lot of damage for Jesse, so he'll be pitting.
Yeah, and probably for the hards. I think you can actually get the mediums to the end from here as well, but it's just not going to be very fast at the end of the race.
Yeah, and being fast at the end of the race is important. Pixel with 3 seconds. So Pixel stayed out with that damage, and he's falling way off the back of the cars in front, maybe just trying to stretch things. Tipsy getting himself another penalty, so 6 seconds now for Tipsy.
And the epic commentator duo Triton and Tipsy actually fighting on track here. So,
yeah, certainly are, as Pixel pits, and yeah, he will get a front wing change.
Some mediums on.
And yeah, that was why he stayed out the extra couple of laps, to bring the mediums to the end of the race. Although I think he's going to be behind all of the other cars that have pitted. Maybe not though, it'll be close.
Yeah.
In fact, Jesse pittings. Yeah, maybe the other cars holding up Jesse has worked in, or Jesse holding up the other cars has worked in his favour. It's going to be really close up the hill.
Oh no!
Asher's Pixel goes too deep into Sandavot, and Timo, Timo's front wings are not.
Oh no! So both of them are have massive damage again.
Yeah, they do. And Pixel, just with that mistake there on pit exit, they were both desperate to get in front, and once again both pay the penalty. They both really now need a safety car.
Yeah, and now I think if the guys ahead actually know what's happening here, somebody might actually try and undercut here, something like copy or advance maybe to jump some positions.
Yeah, we're getting towards that time, aren't we? Tipsy pits.
Might be too late.
So lap 9 this is at the moment. Tipsy does not change his front wing. He's going to put the mediums on. He's going to probably go to the end of the race with those.
Yep.
And yeah, lap 9 is the sort of... This is really the start of the pit window because 30 laps on the mediums is doable.
Yep, and Tipsy comes out in P10, and he has a lot of clean air ahead of him and also behind him.
As Timo pits for the second time for a new front wing and for a fresh set of medium tyres, which he should be able to take to the end.
Yeah, not a great race
Now
for
then.
Timo today, unfortunately. Sad to see this.
I mean, there's a long way to go. There's still 30 laps,
Yep.
and safety cars are certainly things that can happen in
Marian into the pit
at
lane.
Monaco. Mario pit. So yeah, he's fending off that undercut threat by pitting early. So it's a question of what the others do now. He'll go on the medium tyres.
Yep.
Vance also pitting and Copy pitting as well. So both of those two coming in, pitting together.
Yeah, it's interesting to see if they can make any kind of an undercut on the people ahead of them, but I think the gap might have been a bit too much. It was like 3 seconds from Copy to Nick.
Yeah, for a one lap undercut,
Sorry,
that is too big a gap.
Yeah, and Jensen saying in chat that I hope Renault brought enough front wings.
Oh, Timo's lapped already, so Timo having to jump out of the way, and that's a disaster for him. That's basically the end of his race, I think. Although with the leaders pitting, it's not the end of his race.
Yeah, he's gotta get get himself unlapped, but yeah, we'll see, because the leaders are of course going at a pretty fast rate, so maybe they'll catch up to him again. We'll see.
Yeah, absolutely. And I just wonder the extent to which these drivers will want to protect themselves from the undercut. So Galileo and Hugo, Galileo pits, Hugo doesn't, and Galileo gets a 5-second speeding penalty, and that is a big deal for him. Danny pitting as well.
So yeah, 3 cars into the pit lane, and Galileo will not be able to serve this penalty here on this pit stop. So he's gonna have that 5 seconds added to his race time at the end of the race, unless there is another pit stop for him.
And just look at that undercut from Marian. He's several seconds ahead of Galileo there. 3 seconds now, yeah. So 2.5 seconds he gained from that one lap with the undercut.
And I wonder if Danny got held up somehow in the pits, because he's like 2 seconds behind some idiot now.
Yeah, it's possible. Yeah, I didn't see, but certainly, I mean, I think the pit lane times are exacerbated a little bit anyway with the way the game works, because it doesn't release you until the other car is well clear. So 2-second gaps out of the pit lane is not unusual.
And Hugo hasn't pitted yet, and we'll actually see. Might actually come out behind some idiot at this point, because it's like 19 seconds. So that overcut. Well, we'll see. Hugo into the pit lane actually right now. So let's see if I can switch to him.
Yeah, it's going to be close. Those softs were really struggling. I assume he was trying to do a fast lap there, but he was 3/4 of a second down on his best lap. Does change those tyres, so Hugo coming out of the pit lane right now.
And
Marian with the fastest lap of the race.
Also Danny, I think. No, maybe.
I think it's close. It's close. Hugo has to stick to the inside. Some idiot up the hill.
Just about.
Just barely manages to stay ahead. So Hugo putting his car in the right place there and preventing that racing point from passing.
So after all those,
retain that 3rd place.
After all those pit stops, nothing really happened, right? So everybody is pretty much where we started.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tipsy Bob is through Trident though, so that's maybe something that that worked out in his favor.
Missed that.
So Tipsy is up to P9.
Yeah, Tipsy with the undercut. Timo getting himself a penalty. Timo needs to push now to try and stay ahead of the leaders.
Yeah, Marian is pretty close behind him actually, only a few seconds away, I think. Like 5 seconds.
Yeah, he is.
Timo about, it's a long way for him to get into the points today.
I mean, he is completely reliant on a safety car. There's nothing really he can do other than that, other than wait for the retirements and the safety car. Another penalty for Tipsy, 9 seconds, which is unlike Tipsy. Don't often see that. Another fastest lap from Galileo this time. So he is pushing nice and hard.
That he has to also because of that 5-second penalty he's got. So, which at the moment puts him all the way behind Danny, I think. But we'll see how these gaps develop after a few laps.
Yellow's in sector 2. It's Jonah, is it? Yeah, Jonah is facing the wrong way as Timo manages to pass him, and Jonah is going to be lapped here. So Jonah really struggling. Came late, of course.
Massive front wing damage, I think, on the left-hand side there. Yep, he's pretty
he
much missing half of his front wing.
Decides that he doesn't really fancy taking the chicane, and he's going to stop there on the outside and let everyone go.
Yeah, he's going to wait a long while. After Bantz now, maybe. Yep, he can get underway, and yeah, this is for Jonah and Timo. I guess this is mostly just practice laps right now, unless there's a safety
pretty
car.
much.
Jonah can't even unlap himself. That's yep.
So Marian 12.1, Galileo 12.0, Hugo 11.9, some idiot 12.4. So the front three all lapping within a couple of tenths. Hugo with the slight tyre advantage. We have more yellows, and Jonah.
Yeah.
Is that Jonah? Yeah, Jonah retiring. Yeah.
So he's decided that that's enough for him today. And yeah, he was lapped already, so difficult race for Jonah.
Yep, Pixel having to pit again, so yeah, and with a front wing change as well, so he's the latest to have fallen afoul of a wall somewhere.
Yep, and I'm just having a look here at the gaps, and I think pretty much, there's no quite close battles at the moment. Bantz is about 1 second away from Copy, which is about the closest battle on track at the moment.
Yeah, it might be one of those Monaco races where no one makes a mistake and everyone drives around for 40 minutes or so.
Yep, still have another 25 laps to go, so we'll see how that goes. So some fastest laps being set there first, I think, from Galileo, but then Hugo immediately takes that again.
Yeah, we're seeing the front three, and it's sort of the accordion effect you get when people are on different strategies. So Marian on the older tyres and Hugo on the younger tyres, and they're all sort of compressing as Galileo hits the wall there on the inside of Mirabeau with the rear tyre, and did manage to catch the slide, but it will have cost him some time.
Yep, Hugo's caught him by about 4 tenths or so, I think.
Yep, I think so too. So Hugo giving it plenty this lap.
Hugo, the race winner from yesterday, very fast in this game, I would say. Maybe not quite as fast as he's been on some of the other tracks here at Monaco, but definitely one of the almost on the verge of esports on some tracks that I've seen. So,
yeah, absolutely. He's the world record holder in France time trial, or was at least. I don't know if he still is.
Yeah, and everybody who knows anything about these F1 games, you know how hard that is to get. So
yeah, absolutely
big
right.
Achievement.
Warnings. Let's have a look. Galileo has 2 warnings. Marian has 1. Hugo has 2 ? Maybe 1 on the first lap was for contact. So either 1 or 2. And some idiot has 1. Danny has a penalty and 2 warnings. And Copy has none. So that is the situation. Bantz has 2.
Oh, and I see another front wing flying about there. I think that's from Jesse's Haas. Yeah, so Jesse. And then Pixel as well.
My goodness, that was a wall, and Pixel really struggling with that Mercedes.
Another hit to the wall. I think maybe both of these guys are gonna pit. No, Jesse
Certainly
doesn't
Pixel
actually.
is. Yeah. So Mercedes got to rely on that one. Pixel retires. In fact, I was going to say rely on the cache of front wings that they've accumulated over the races to service Pixel. But yeah, he is retired in the pit lane, and that is the end of his race.
In the meanwhile, Hugo has closed up on Galileo massively and is only 0.6 away now. So maybe we'll actually have some action on track here.
Yeah, it's, I mean, no tyre difference, so Hugo is reliant on a pretty large mistake. You do need a large mistake in order to get past here at Monaco. Timo now has been lapped, so his race as far as scoring points is concerned, I mean, he's reliant now purely on retirements.
Yeah, I'm reading the chat here. Neflok is saying Hugo equals weakling. Maybe I should read up what that is about. I don't know, there's some weird discussion about somebody, Hugo should drive chase cam. Okay. Very strange comments in the chat, because this is, and Hugo actually picks up 3 seconds there.
Oh, so yeah, that first lap warning looks like it was a real warning.
Yep, and Hugo gets DRS on Galileo, and Galileo, let's remember, has that 5 seconds still.
Yeah, he certainly does.
But these guys, like top 3, are pretty much running away with this race at the moment, because some idiot, I may be a little bit surprised that he's 4 seconds away, because this was, at least in the previous game, this was definitely some idiot track, if I may say so. But he maybe just quite doesn't have the pace around here to challenge for the top spots.
Yeah, he just seems a little bit off, doesn't he? He's got that. He doesn't have any penalties, so the situation as far as he's concerned is that Galileo is in play. Hugo very close to the back of Galileo, trying to force some sort of a mistake, but nothing doing as of just yet.
Hugo running quite low battery.
Yep, certainly is. It might be that some idiot is saving tyres. That is Timo.
Getting out of the way, maybe?
Didn't see. It may be that he looped it.
Yeah, I think he's just getting out of the way there of the lapping cars.
Very possibly.
He hasn't really. He's actually overtaken Jesse. Yeah, that's because Jesse has pitted. So, yeah. Gaming Chef has joined.
Who is Gaming Chef, I wonder? Timo retires. Timo retires in the pits. So he's had enough. He's called it a day.
Yeah, and we have 11 running, so one more, and anybody who's finishing the race will get points.
Yeah, pretty much. As Gaming Chef goes as quickly as he comes, so...
Jensen is suggesting in chat that it's Ocean Chief's spy account.
Oh, Hugo and Galileo, here we go. Galileo on the inside, Hugo on the outside into the chicane. Can he make the move? He can make the move.
That's
and he
a brilliant
move. Done. Lovely. And now he can chase after Marion. He's got 3 seconds worth of penalties, of course, but he does have 2 lap younger tyres on that Alfa Romeo.
And I think Hugo just caught Galileo napping into that straight and just deployed everything he had in the battery, and yeah, got alongside and round the outside there. So also sensible driving from Galileo to leave him space. So good.
Yep, lives to fight another day. It was a lovely move from Hugo, and Galileo picking up 3 seconds of penalties as well. So he's now on 8.
Triton also 3 seconds.
Yep.
Triton closing on the back of Tipsy here.
So we'll keep an eye on these lap times up front. Gap was 3 seconds at the beginning of the lap between Marion and Hugo.
Maybe coming down a little bit, but not by a huge margin.
Galileo will try and hang on to the back of Hugo, but it's not going to be easy.
Somebody
tyre
loves
advantage.
My Finnish accent in the chat. Thank you.
Yeah,
somebody has to do that, so. Yeah, Galileo is able to follow Hugo though, so yeah, he kind of has to somehow account for all those penalties he's picked up.
Yeah, he might be able to stick around. So Marion 12.9, Hugo 12.4. So that was a full half second from Hugo this lap. Yeah, it might be that Galileo's able to stick around in Hugo's DRS. It's not much of an advantage, but it is a little one.
Yeah, so Hugo showing that pace that we talked about earlier to try and catch Marian at the front of the field, and he's certainly doing this at the moment. He's again picked up another couple of tenths this lap already. And we have a yellow flag in sector 3. What is that for? Is that Jesse?
That is Jesse,
Oh,
yep, who's
he's pointing
facing
the wrong way on the main straight, and he's gonna have to go for an entire lap now without a front wing, and that's not ideal at Monaco. But we'll see if Jesse chooses to continue after that. Oh, it's the wall again in turn 1.
Yeah,
So
he's certainly persevering as Jesse, but yeah, he's a full lap now behind the next
Galileo
car, which is frightened.
Oh, Galileo has damage. I saw that he's
Oh,
dropped
he
a little
does.
bit from Hugo, and he's got a end plate missing on the right-hand side there, and yeah, that's gonna cost him a lot of time, and I think some idiot has already majorly closed up on him as well.
Yeah, maybe the dirty air accounting for that damage, but yeah, Galileo has an uphill battle now because he's got several cars behind him, all of whom will be faster, and he's also got those penalties, so if he does manage to hold them up, it's not really going to matter.
He might just have to pit, really, because
yeah,
he's just gonna lose a lot of time here with that end plate missing.
Up front, though, my goodness, look at this. Marian and Hugo with a very fast lap just now. Just check their last lap time. So Marian did a 13.4, so it was a slow lap from Marian, and Hugo did a 12.4, so that was a full second.
Do we see maybe Marian's front wing seems to be intact at least, so it's just Hugo being
Oh,
very
safety
fast.
car, safety car.
Oh,
Who
really?
have we
What
lost?
is that
We've lost
Jesse somewhere.
We lost Jesse? Yeah, Jesse is retired.
But I can't see him on the...
He's on the mini-map, Oh no, he's not on the mini-map. So did something happen there? I don't know, but we do have a safety car, and that shuffles things up. Is everybody going to pit? I would expect everyone to pit.
Yep.
Marian does not pit.
Some
Hugo
idiot
does,
does not
Galileo
pit.
does, some idiot does not. Danny does not either, so... Oh, that's made life interesting, hasn't it? We're going to have a dash to the finish here. Hugo going on the soft. That is ambitious.
Is that for real? Can you really do 17 laps on them? Yeah, of course some of them are going to be behind the safety car, but
yeah, it's going to be about a 15 lap stint. You can do a 15 lap stint on the softs, but it's not comfortable by any means.
I wonder if that's by choice or maybe a mistake. I'm very aggressive from Hugo, so maybe he's gonna try and overtake some people with these tires.
Unless he didn't have any mediums.
Yeah,
that's the other possibility. Because if he's gone softer with the compounds, and there's a reason to do that in qualifying, which is that you get 4 runs that way. And if he's done that, then he won't have another set of mediums. So maybe that's why.
And pretty much everybody, well, the 4 guys at the front of the field now did not pit. So Marian, of course, was leading already before. Some idiot picked up a couple of positions because of this. Danny also, and Bance as well in P4 now.
And yeah, Jensen saying that it doesn't make sense to give up the track position. I think I agree.
I wonder if Hugo... I'm a little surprised to see this. So maybe... Could he possibly have picked some damage? No, because he didn't get his front wing changed.
No.
So
yeah, no, he didn't.
Just trying to come up with some reasons for this, but maybe...
Yeah, I mean, he's got 3 seconds of penalty, so maybe he thinks that with those penalties, fighting a rearguard action for the rest of the race wasn't a viable strategy for him.
Yeah, they were, seemed to have like the pace advantage on everybody else, so...
yeah.
A little bit surprised. We'll see what he can do on those softs, but it's gonna be a tough one to get those to the end of the race, I think.
Yeah, no, it certainly will be. Safety car, very good news for, well, certainly for Triton. I'm not sure it's such good news for Tipsy because he's got those 9 seconds of penalties.
Is he serving a penalty in the pits, or was that, why was he? Maybe I just didn't see the animation there. I think that was the case.
Yeah, it took a long time, didn't it? I don't know why it took a long time.
Yeah,
maybe
the crew wasn't really doing anything for me, so I'm not sure what that was about.
Yeah, for me either. Maybe it was a front wing change, or maybe it was a penalty, and the animation just didn't work properly in Spectator. I don't know.
Yeah, and Elias commenting in chat that the light car will help maybe with tire wear a little bit, but it's still gonna be a tall order, I think, to do a few laps under the
I think
safety car
he-
and 15 laps with the softs after that, so we'll see.
I think he can do it pretty comfortably in terms of just the tire wear itself, as long as you aren't too aggressive. But the issue is he's going to have to be aggressive
Yep.
to overtake.
And,
Vance certainly isn't going to give him it, and neither is anyone in front of him, I wouldn't have thought.
Yeah, I know. Vance for sure is one of those guys who fights to the last inch every single time, and that's why it's so fun to race him as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Just in terms of the penalty situation.
Yeah, I was about to ask about that as well, so yeah.
Yeah, so Marian has 2 warnings, Samidia has 1 warning, Danny has a penalty and 2 more warnings, Vance has 2 warnings, Hugo has a penalty and no warnings. So that is where we're at. Nick has 1 warning, and Galileo, of course, has those 8 seconds worth. So,
but I think he served that 5 seconds now in the pit lane, so he's probably got only 3.
No, he won't have, because it was a safety car. It was a stop under safety car. You have to serve it under green flag.
No, is that so?
You have to serve it under green flag. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, which makes sense. I mean, it's the it's a penalty that should be a real penalty, as it were, rather than the gap immediately being compressed again. But yeah, you can't serve it under safety car.
Somebody asking what is that thing up on the left-hand corner of the screen? It's my Icewind logo. Let's not worry about it for now. I tried to set up the right overlays and stuff, but they didn't look right, so you guys have to live with that. A little bit of self-promotion.
Yeah, this is the 2 SRL race. And we only have 10 drivers left. So everyone still in the race is getting points.
Yeah, and maybe something that actually also happened under the safety car is that Tipsy Bob fell behind Triton again, so those 2 have been squabbling this
yeah, that was
race.
because of the long pit stop.
Yep.
Didn't see why that happened, but yeah, that was why. Safety car in this lap. So I'm going to keep a very close eye here on Hugo, who is behind 4 cars. Oh dear. Hugo behind 4 cars that have worse tyres by quite a bit. There's a check-up at Raskas, no one losing any front wing though, and Hugo trying to give it everything there out of the final corner, but nothing really doing. Some idiot putting pressure on Marian up front, but no chance of a move there.
Yeah, it looks like a clean restart all around, and Hugo, of course, is going to have to be pretty aggressive on those fresh softs. He's got pretty much one of the most difficult guys to overtake ahead of him. That's my experience anyway.
Galileo and Nick side by side. Galileo trying to get the overtake done, and he's managed it. We didn't see I didn't see the beginning of that at least.
I think he went around the outside into lows
in
or
Mirabeau.
whatever that is called nowadays.
Wow. That's impressive. Maybe down the inside in Mirabeau. Didn't see Nick losing another place to copy as well. As they head up towards the harbour chicane. So those fresh tyres, and Hugo's got Vance, has he?
Yes.
Has that happened? They're still side by side, but yeah, Hugo does have it out of the chicane. So there's one car that he's dispatched already with 13 laps after this one. He's got the penalty as well, but he's got his teammate just ahead of him. I wonder if they're gonna play the team game here, and Danny's gonna step aside.
Yeah, I would expect so, to be honest, because I think those guys are together on VC. So Hugo on a completely different strat here.
Hang on, does Hugo's at a slow couple of corners. I'm just wondering, let's have a look at his car.
Looks intact to me.
Seems okay. Yeah, seems okay, doesn't it? It's just wondering if he had some
those
damage
tires
there.
or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Galileo right on the back of Vance as well, and of course looking to make a move.
I just wonder up front, because somebody and Marian obviously on the same age of tyre. Somebody had served 1 lap. Oh, Marian getting 3 seconds. That is a big deal. So there is
doesn't have anything right. So
3rd warning. Yes, some idiot doesn't have a penalty. He's only got 1 warning. So suddenly he's looking like he's in a good position.
Hugo right in the back of Danny now. So let's see if we see something here on the main straight.
Yeah, I wonder if we will.
And yeah, it looks like Danny is gonna let Hugo go. Yeah.
Yep. So DRS enabled. Hugo has 2 cars to overtake, and he is now level with Marian in terms of penalties. 3 seconds behind where some idiot is. Galileo all over the back of Bantz up the
hits him a little
hill
bit
towards Massenet. I think he did make a little bit of contact there. And he gets a run out, and he gets the car down the inside into Mirabeau, and I think this is going to be the move done. No, Bantz brakes lovely and late and manages to close that one off. So Bantz keeps the position, at least for the time being.
Yeah, which I think was okay, because Galileo hit him a little bit at the back and almost took advantage of that. So
yeah,
good defending
absolutely.
from Bantz anyway.
So further up, Hugo now on the back of somebody. Oh, Hugo getting another 3. Again, that aggression, and he now has 6 seconds worth of penalties, does Hugo, and just trying to see when he got those warnings. Yeah, he got 2 warnings on the same lap 2 laps ago when he was trying to overtake Bantz. So he now has 6 seconds worth, and that makes his job all the harder.
Some idiot unable to hang on to Marian's DRS, by the way, so
yep,
gives
certainly
Hugo
is.
a chance, I think, maybe on the next lap.
Not close enough as they head up the hill. Galileo again right on the back of Bantz, but again not close enough. We have 11 laps to go, and those medium tyres are, I think they're going to be fine for some idiot, but those softs for Hugo are a little bit of a concern. He's not been nursing them.
And still 10 laps to go, or 11 even actually, like 10 and a half.
Yeah. Yeah, a long way to go on the soft tyres.
Galileo leans a little bit on the rear of Bantz there again, but no damage.
Hugo close now. Hugo very close as they head up towards the chicane. Some idiot covers the inside, and there's no real way through there.
Ooh. Hugo almost losing the rear.
So Hugo, whether it's desperation or whatever it is, but he's just feeling this race slipping away from him, I think.
Almost leans on the wall at the exit of the swimming pool chicane.
3 seconds for Bantz.
Yep.
So the pressure pays off as far as... Is it raining?
Is it? I don't think so. Not yet anyway. It's a little bit more gloomy anyway.
Yeah, it is. I thought I saw a raindrop, but maybe it was just... maybe it was something else. Galileo on the outside of Bantz into Sainte Devote, and Bantz not really leaving the space there. And he didn't need to, and Coppi hits the wall. And did Coppi get damage from that? He hit the wall pretty hard on the inside.
Trying to see, but I think his front wing looks intact on the... so maybe just some kind of light damage, if anything.
Yeah, maybe. 10 laps to go.
It's definitely getting gloomier, so I'm trying to see.
It really is.
I think I can't see raindrops anyway.
No, I don't see it. I don't see raindrops. It was my imagination, but it might be that it rains quite soon. Some idiot again having to cover the inside into the chicane. Hugo's going to try and brake late, and a bit of contact between them. Hugo forces his way through. So
I didn't quite see that move, but was that okay? Just about,
just
maybe.
Barely. I don't know. He was. He did push some idiot onto the inside wall. Didn't see if some idiot got any damage from it, but certainly it was on the edge of being okay.
Yeah, definitely getting darker by the minute. So let's see if we can.
Two Ferraris inside each other. What happened there? So one of them has
wonder if Nick's
either
got a lag
lagged for a
spike or
second or
something.
disconnected. Yeah, maybe. Tipsy right on the back as well. Tipsy with all those penalties, though, of course. Looks like everyone's back in the car properly now.
Yeah, Galileo once again right on the back of Bantz there, but just can't seem to find a way. And this is what I was talking about a few laps ago. Bantz will fight this to the well, I don't know if I want to say bitter end, but well,
yep,
fight it all the way. Let's say like that.
And Hugo has got another 2 warnings, so he's pushing for all he's worth now. He has 6 seconds of penalties.
He hasn't really made any progress towards Marian on this lap, so I wonder if those softs are... I don't know, he's been pushing really hard.
He's going to keep an eye on lap times. Marian is still leading this race. He's got 3 seconds worth of penalties, and he does now have that 3-second gap over some idiot in P3 because of that battle, so... Let's go have a look at the lap times. Marian crosses the line, does a 12.7. Hugo crosses the line, does a 12.5. Some idiot does 13.3. So Yeah, 0.2 of a second was the difference there between Marion and Hugo, and those soft tires
Hugo's lost some time
might
on this
just
first
be screaming now.
first sector here, yeah. And gains it
Yeah,
back though, as I say that.
Yeah, he's gained 0.2 in the first sector, 19.3 versus 19.1. I keep
Yeah.
seeing what I think are raindrops, but then I'd look for them and I can't see them anymore.
Yeah, I'm trying to watch the same thing, but I think it's not raining yet, at least.
Yeah.
It would be quite. Usually you can see it quite well against the halo if you're right on board with somebody. So.
Yeah.
I think it's not
Yeah,
raining yet.
that's what I normally look for. Galileo closer than he's been for a little while to the back of Bantz as they come up towards the hairpin. He decides not to use the battery though, so
Galileo has damage
maybe
as
a
well, does he?
not. Oh yeah, he does. Yeah, left end plate is gone.
Oh.
Something's happened there, and trying to see if Bantz has any. I don't think Bantz has any, so
Yeah,
looks like that rear guard action is paying off. Hugo with a fast lap though. Marion 13.5, Hugo 12.4. So he is on the back now of that Alpha Tauri, and we are going to get a grandstand finish. 7 laps to go, including this one. And Galileo and Bantz again. Galileo around the outside, nothing doing into Sandavot though. Bantz holding the inside. And Copy now all over the back as well of Galileo, and he's going to force his way past as he up the hill. Copy around the outside, and Massenet's got the inside for the right-hander at Casino. And I think he's going to get the move done. He's got the inside for Mirabeau as well. And that is Copy into P6.
Yeah, there we go. So, and Galileo really struggling with that front wing damage.
Yep.
Easy to lock up after that. So, in the meanwhile, the Ferrari boys and also Tipsy Bob have joined this train. That is led by Bantz.
Yep, it's Bantz recreating the McLaren train of doom from yesterday. Oh,
Copy trying, and Bantz having to cut the chicane a little bit there. It's probably a warning for Bantz.
Yeah, certainly a warning for Bantz, but decides to stay ahead anyway.
Hugo also right on the back of Marion up front.
Yep, seeing the DRS situation as Hugo does a 12.9, but of course he's limited now by the pace of that Alpha Tauri in front of him.
Copy is right on the back of Bantz, and he's going to get DRS. Overtake also on the main straight. Is he going to find a way through on the outside into turn 1, and they touch a little bit. And I think Copy does get the run on Bantz there.
Yep, he's got it.
So
Bantz only losing P5. 1 place though.
Yep. Galileo right on the back of Bantz now.
But, it's raining now. It's definitely raining now. It's definitely raining now.
Oh yeah, that's true. 6 laps to go.
Yeah, that's the situation. 6 laps to go, and the soft tires of Hugo, I don't know.
I wonder if this was why he went for softs.
Yeah, because of the potential for rain. Soft tires are extremely good in damp conditions, but I don't know whether soft tires at 60% are extremely good in damp conditions.
Yeah, and if it doesn't really look like the rain is very heavy anyway, so at the moment it looks like we're probably going to race on these dry tires to the end of the race.
5 laps to go, and the situation up front is a really interesting one, not just because Hugo is trying to get past Marion, but because some idiot is closing to within that 3-second gap that he needs, and in fact he's about to overhaul Marion in the net lead of this race, because Marion with 3 seconds of penalty, some idiot does not have a penalty at all. I'm going to double check that to check that that's not changed. Yeah, he's only got 1 warning, and that is the situation. So Hugo, of course, with 6 seconds worth of penalties, but Marion has 3 himself, and some idiot now is in, well, on the cusp of being in race-winning position.
Yeah, and Bantz really holding up everybody behind him on those old 25 lap old mediums. So, but it's so difficult to overtake around here.
Yep, certainly is. So
Galileo doesn't find a way through.
Triton having a look at the back of Galileo. Galileo with the damage, of course, but no move to be done there. So up front, Hugo now a second or so behind Marion, and I just wonder, with 4 laps to go, if his tyres are going to last the distance. He is, at least from the looks of things, struggling now to hang on to the back of that Alpha Tauri.
Yeah, and he's probably gonna have to drive pretty carefully now to.
Galileo on Vance again into Sandavort. Not close enough this time, though, I don't think. Vance managing to get it stopped. Oh, and Vance going deep into the corner. And Galileo had to check up behind him.
Might be getting a little bit slippery now, even though the rain doesn't really seem to be picking up too much.
Oh, as Tipsy just nudges the back of Nick there into Casino, and yeah, it's close now, isn't it? They're certainly struggling for grip. I'm just going to keep an eye on the sector times as Marion does manage to get it slowed down barely for the chicane there.
Yeah, and it's definitely slippy now if you look at the.
Oh, it's extremely. We might be getting close to intermediates territory, you know, here.
Yeah, and it's just 3 laps to go across the line, so
yeah.
Wonder if
is anyone going to stay out? Galileo and Vance side by side into the chicane. Oh, Galileo being pushed against the wall there. Vance not leaving room, and Vance managing to just about stay ahead, but I'm not sure how legal that was as they come across the line. 3 laps to go. Some idiot now well within that 3 seconds that he needs. He's within 2 seconds, in fact, as they head into Sandavort.
Yeah, so some idiot closing up on that gap, and Marion was already like 1.5 seconds in the clear of Hugo, but I think he made a mistake.
Galileo pits, so I wonder if he's going to go onto the intermediate tyres. We are close to intermediates by the looks of things.
Yes, there's
certainly
on the team.
Times are getting up there.
Yep.
Intermediates. So I've seen Galileo do this before,
DRS
be the first car to go in on Inters. Yeah, no DRS disabled yet, but look, they're crawling around the second sector. The guys up front, some idiot at the moment in race-winning position. Hugo almost losing the back end.
Yeah,
and there are still 2 laps after this one. Yep. There is the DRS disabled. So we've hit the crossover, and how many of these cars who lead the race are going to risk a pit stop? I would imagine that no one will. But
yeah, so, but it's gonna be 2 laps in
yeah, in very treacherous conditions indeed. And Hugo, oh my goodness me, look at this. Oh, and Marion almost running into the wall at Rascasse. And Marion pits from the lead. So 2 laps. Marion doesn't think he can last. Some idiot stays out. So does Hugo.
Danny as well.
Danny stays out as well. Who else is gonna pit?
Copy
stays out too. Oh, what a fascinating end of this race. Some idiot all over the back of Hugo. Is Hugo gonna puncture? No, he's gonna get past though up the hill, and some idiot takes the lead of the race on track as well as on the score sheet.
Yeah, Hugo really struggling on those. I think those softs are gonna be really worn at this point. 15 laps on them already.
Yeah, 15 laps. Marion, the gap to the lead from Marion is 14 seconds, and it's coming down very quickly as Triton. Oh, something happened to Bance. Bance has crashed in Sandavort.
No.
He's braked too late, and he's lost a bunch of his front wing. And some idiot and Hugo again side by side now into the second sector through there.
Yeah,
lap and a half to go, and Marion is stuck behind Copy on the medium tyres. Marion looks like he's going to get the pass done into Portier, and through the tunnel they go. And Hugo again. Oh, Hugo spins. Hugo spins on the inside of the chicane, and Danny gets past as well. And across, and yeah, Hugo gets 3 seconds for corner cutting as well. Look at how much the lead 2 are struggling in these conditions. Marion's right on the back now, 4 seconds away. Marion's so much faster. He's going to catch them before the end of this lap, I think.
Yeah, definitely. He's already on their back.
Yep, he's already there, and Hugo on the back now of his teammate as well with a lap to go. Hugo with all of those penalties. Is Hugo going to get?
Marion is just gonna drive past him. Look at that grip difference into the main straight.
Hugo's going to get any points. He will get some.
Oh, and Marion also goes straight through Danny.
Up the inside, Marion gets himself a warning there, but manages to get past, and dispatching some idiot will be absolutely trivial for him. Hugo passes Danny as well up the hill. That's not really going to matter because the penalty situation. But Marion now needs to pick his moment here to pass some idiot. It's going to be down the inside here into Mirabeau, and all he needs is 3 seconds. And I would suggest that he's get. Can he get to the back of Copy?
I think it's too much. 16 seconds. I don't know.
I think
we'll
so
see.
too. Oh man, the finish to this race, the weather causing all sorts of issues for these drivers.
Yeah,
Marion is going to win almost. He's got 3 seconds already.
probably getting like 10 seconds to the end of this lap.
Yeah, I think so. And Hugo, is he brake too late? No, he hasn't braked too late. Into the chicane. He's still on those soft tyres. This is the last lap. Marion's going to win the race. 2 Ferraris battling in lows. Nick getting ahead of Triton. And it's just completely fly by the seat of your pants, this race at the moment. Through the 3rd sector goes Marion. Through Rascasse. He's on the right tyre. He's in the right position. He's going to cross the line to win the race. But who is going to come second? It looks like some idiot on track. And he's got no penalty, so it is going to be some idiot P2, and I think Danny P3, and maybe even Copy P4, because he's within 4 seconds or so of Hugo. Some idiot second, Danny third, and Copy crosses the line, and he does indeed. In fact, Copy jumps Danny as well,
P3,
and is on the podium. And Galileo crosses the line, and he finishes P6. Wow, what an end to that race.
The last 4 laps.
It was quiet for... Oh my goodness, it was quiet for most of it, but the end of it, wow. And yeah, such a bold choice, as Jensen says in chat, such a bold choice from Marion to pit. What, was it 2 laps and 3 laps,
Yeah,
2 laps to go?
And it definitely looked like he would not be able to do that.
Yeah, but he made it work, and man, that race. Some idiot with a fantastic P2, and Hugo losing ground in the championship as well with all of those penalties that he got. Just a few too many risks from him in that race, I think. And yeah, it was 2 laps from the end of the race.
Yeah.
But he makes it work. And for the 2nd time today, an AlphaTauri is on the top step of the podium.
Yeah, so...
Man.
I'm pretty much out of words here for what's happened there on the last 4 laps, because it was nothing wasn't really happening in the earlier part of the race there. So yeah, what an end.
It was some finish. Who's going to talk to us? Is Marion going to talk to us after that race? Who's going to...
I'm just gonna scroll through the results so we get them on the... oh wait, actually it's on the one screen there, so yeah, so absolutely
so Copy getting
brilliant
himself the podium.
Yeah, and Copy once again not picking up those penalties pays off.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, just I don't even know what to say about that. I've brought in some idiot who's going to talk to us about the end of that race, because that was a roller coaster. Yeah, no, absolutely. Please do. That was a roller coaster from our perspective. It must have been from your perspective as well. Yeah, incredible. So you were in race-winning position before all of that chaos happened, right? Because you had... Did you know you were in race-winning position? You had no penalties.
I did.
Okay.
I did. You know what? Like I said, I'd talk your ear off about that, but I will try to be as concise as possible. That was fun. That was genuinely fun. I was going for the win with no regard for points for that. I wanted to win that. That's what I went for. I couldn't guarantee that I'd be able to win from the other position I was in, but going for that's 100% worth it in my book. You know how I always say I like to gamble. I like to just throw caution to the wind sometimes. That was one of those situations. That was... Congrats to Marion. He made the right call there. But dang it, me, Danny, Hugo, we tried to win that. That was our plan. We wanted to try to at least give it an honest show. Give it an honest shot. Because I
have to be honest. I have to be honest. I wouldn't have pitted either. At the end of that race, I think Marion's decision to pit was, I mean, just incredibly brave.
And it seemed like the wrong thing to do, because he was like 10 seconds behind you guys.
Yeah. Let's bring Marion in, because we'll talk about the end of that race.
Marion. That was good. We tried to take it from you. We tried to steal it, but we couldn't do it.
And yeah, I mean, 2 laps to go at the end of that race. DRS has just been disabled. What was going through your head? I mean, from our decision, it was an incredibly brave decision to pit and put on the intermediates. What was going through your head?
Yeah, I don't know. I had a 3-second time penalty, and some idiot was, I think, within 3 seconds, so it was just
Yep.
or nothing.
Yeah, I guess that was the calculation because yeah, obviously you weren't going to win the race
Nope.
without doing that. So yeah, I guess a roll of the dice made sense. But
Yeah,
man, yeah,
I
go on. Sorry.
calculated a bit, so just the lap times decreasing and the time lost in the pits. Just
Yeah.
calculated it by 1 second, but some idiot and Hugo sprint, I think.
No,
Yeah, Hugo
you should.
did.
I will upload my last 2 laps. I wasn't even using my brake pedal because it was that worthless. I was using the gearbox to try to shift down. It was like as soon as I touched the brakes, like 15-20%, I was basically just running out of brake immediately. I mean, our gamble was the track wasn't going to completely we weren't going to lose the track that quickly. We thought. So we thought, you know what? We'll take a gamble. We probably aren't going to win if we don't try it. So let's try something different. And it just didn't work out. It didn't work out. But no, congrats to you, man. You did a good job. You did.
Yeah,
awesome
it was
job.
undrivable last 2 laps. So
Yeah, like I said, I'll upload those last 2 laps. They were hairy, very hairy.
Yeah, it
Oh
seemed.
no, I
mean,
don't. I can't. I had to turn off my recording at the end.
Oh no, that's a shame. I mean,
Because-
we got a
because
lot of it on
yes.
stream anyway.
Okay. No, I wish I had some bad stutters. So I thought, you know what,
Okay.
that's about the only thing I can do. But I digress.
Yeah, I mean, just rewinding a little bit before that, the safety car came out with what 15 laps or so to go, and you both stayed out. How worried were you about Hugo on soft tires to the end of the race? Is that I mean, he at that point, I guess he had a bunch of penalties and he was a wild card.
Marion,
Yeah.
do you want to start?
yeah, actually, I didn't know you can overtake here, so I thought just he doesn't go through. But yeah,
I mean,
5 laps.
go ahead.
I think after 5 laps, he just was behind me, and I took a penalty there, and I just needed to give everything. so I started to push. I don't know.
Yeah, well,
I will say, for me personally, I felt awful before the safety car. Like everything, I was trying basically every trick in the book. I felt so off the pace today. The setup, don't know what happened. Just the car felt massively differently from other league races I've done. I've already run like 2 league races with the setup, and it was fine. But then I run it today, and I'm like half a second off where I want to be, and it's like, what do I need to do different? And
Yeah.
I was like moping. I shouldn't be moping, but then the safety car came out, and I thought to myself, I'm not going to win this race. I'm not going to have a shot if I don't try something different. That's why I stayed out, tried to grab track position because I didn't feel very confident in trying to make any passes. But
yeah,
Hugo
it made perfect
a
sense. I mean, I was thinking, I mean, we were thinking that maybe you were sort of saving tires in the hopes of something like a late safety car, but you felt you were
no,
just
I
off the pace.
wish. I wish I could say that, but I just was not on. I was not. I probably P2 today is very lucky result. I'll say personally because I didn't feel like I had that good a pace. I don't know. I gotta look at what I did wrong because there's something I did wrong surely. But I'll take it for having a hair's breadth away from getting a win after feeling that far off the pace. That's something. It means something.
Yeah, no, fair enough. I don't even know what to say. I'm exhausted after that. After those last 5 laps,
I don't
genuinely,
blame
it was, that was. I mean, just to watch that was exhausting. I can't imagine what it was like
to drive that. It's basically like driving on icy roads without chain tires.
Yeah,
Something
absolutely.
like that.
Let's
But that was
let's
fun.
bring. Yeah. I mean, let's bring in our 4th place finisher quickly. Galileo, who is that right? 4th place? No, 6th place finisher in the end. And I guess your race fell apart a little bit when you were stuck behind Bantz. You're not the first person to be behind the McLaren this weekend at Monaco.
I think it went downhill from the 5-second penalty because I lost a lot of concentration from that. And then I had a problem with my foot, like it was going numb, and when I tried to lift it off the throttle, I ran into a wall, so I got like not visible damage, but some damage. Then after a couple of laps, I grazed the wall a bit more because of understeer, and then I don't know. Then I had to beat after that second safety car just to save my race, so I don't know. Then I got stuck behind Bantz, and it was so frustrating trying to get past him. He was defending well, so
Yeah. He does tend to do that. I mean, and it's so often the case around here that you pick up a little bit of damage and then you run a little bit wide and get a bit of understeer and you pick up more damage and all of that.
Yeah,
So
then
yeah.
I got more damage off Bantz's rear when he braked into Raskas like, I don't know, 100 meters early. I got caught out completely about that and just ran in the back of him twice actually. Because on the next lap I didn't anticipate it either, so he still broke early and I got more winning damage. I think my decision to pit for Inters was the correct one. I think I had 6 seconds of penalties, so I wouldn't have gained P6 if I had stayed out.
So yeah, I mean, it was. It made sense, I guess, in the same way that it made sense for Marion to gamble on the intermediate tires. I've dragged in Hugo, who, I mean, I guess we sort of questioned the decision at the end to put softs on for that long a stint. But I guess it was done with the rain in mind. What were you thinking at that point?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't actually fully pay attention to how many laps were left. And I just knew that there was rain coming towards the end, so I just assumed that putting softs on now would give me advantage at the end. And then after I pitted, some idiot said, well, you got to do like 15, 16 laps on themselves. And like, I look at the laps counter and I'm like, oh no. It wasn't. Yeah, if I knew how many laps were left.
How were the tires at the end?
They were 70, 73, something.
Yeah,
like
that's a lot of tire wear. I mean, were you tempted to do what Marion did and just stick on some Inters for the last 2 laps?
I was, and I think maybe if Marion stayed out, then I might have. But well, Marion pitted, so I thought.
Yeah, I guess you weren't going to win the race like that.
That was the only way I was going to be able to get track position.
Yeah, and you picked up. I mean, you mentioned in chat about the penalties, and you'd like to get those removed. What happened with those penalties?
I'm not 100% sure if I can, but they're just from when overtaking. I got 2 warnings when overtaking Bantz, and I got a warning when overtaking Idiot, and then I got that 3-second pen when I spun.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, you got the corner cutting penalty. Yeah.
Hopefully they can get removed, but I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, Hugo, how dare you spin in front of me? God dang you! You totally cost my chance to win. God dang you!
Actually, it was even the same lap of the race. You did that to Bantz doing it all of those seasons ago, and giving me whatever it was, 2nd place by doing that at the hairpin. There wasn't rain and he wasn't fighting at that point, so it was. But yeah, you doing the Bantz cosplay. That's pretty fun. All right. Anything else? And I've not been much of an interviewer here at all. I'm just like, you guys talk about the race.
I think it's fine. We sort of streamed this on a very late minute notice anyway, so it's fine, I think.
Just got to go with the flow.
I mean, when I was going around the hairpin, and when I was like side by side with Video, I was just laughing my head off because we were going at like 20 kph or something. We just weren't moving. Then Idiot goes after the double right. He goes, "Were we side by side there?"
Yeah, we I think we got most of that. I don't know if we got all of it, but
we made it through. We made it through though. No death. No death.
Until the chicane.
Yeah, he got a little brave. I was doing my gear shifting down, and he nuked himself into the inside wall.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm all out of questions. What you got? Anything else, Icewind?
Probably not. So
I'd asked something about the beginning of the race or about qualifying, but it feels like it was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. I just sort of wanted to say to Galileo maybe that once again great pace, as I told you yesterday as well. So
agreed.
It's just you got like halfway today in the race without an incident. So yeah, I'm sure you'll get it eventually. you're up
I
there.
don't know how to fix my foot because
Oh.
my right foot, the heel of my right foot was going numb. I don't know if it's because of the way I'm resting my feet on the pedals, but yeah, it just was hurting so much that I couldn't concentrate on driving in the at lap 15
you have
to
to wear
17.
thicker socks or something. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, you need like a cushion or something, but underneath or next to the pedals, so you can rest your foot. I don't know.
I had to take out my sock halfway so that I could stuff as much of a sock between the pedals and my foot so that it wouldn't hurt that much in the middle of the race. I don't know. It was kind of bad.
Okay, so maybe if you get that fixed, you can.
Yeah, that's
fight
gonna
out there. But you definitely had the pace once again. That's all I wanted to say there. So.
Yeah, I was kind of sad that Marian put that lap time in the quality.
Oh yeah, I was going to mention about the qualifying. Yeah, 8.4. Is that a PB, Marian? Is that was insane?
I think so. I didn't practice that much, so.
Yeah, but you failed your middle sector. I watched that you were 3/10 faster than me in the sector 1, which I failed at, and I was 3/10 up on you in sector 2, and you were 3/10 up on me on sector 3.
But my leg wasn't that good, so I don't know.
Yeah, me neither. I messed up the first and the third sector a lot.
8.4 and the lap wasn't so good. Okay, then maybe I don't know what I need to do next.
Yeah, I have the recording, so you can.
Yeah.
Have you gone faster than that, Hugo?
No, I'm slow. I've only done like an 8.7.
Okay. Yeah,
I had 8.3 in practice, and then I shot myself in the foot and did an 8.9. I'm groaning and moaning. I'm grumpy old man.
I got a 8.2 in TT, but it was invalid because I cut the chicane maybe millimeter too much. Other laps, the same amount of cutting was validated. So I don't know.
I'm gonna jump out. You guys have a good one.
Thank you, Cody. Yep, see you later. Yeah, I actually need to go as well.
Yeah, I think we can just about wrap it up here. So yeah, thanks for joining us here on EGL once again. This was 2 SRL Tier 1 at Monaco, and I'm Icewind. With me today in the comments was Terra Incognita, and yeah, I guess that's about it. And good night.
Thanks everyone for watching. Yeah, and tune in this week. Bye.
Bye bye.